What's going on, guys? This is Brian from Chasing Sound, and welcome to the live stream. Today, we're going to be doing something fun. We're going to be doing 10 finger exercises. These are perfect for if you're warming up before practice or if you're warming up before a show. These are some of the exercises that I use currently in my own practice regimen, and they come from this digital product I made called 50 Amazing Finger Exercises for Guitar. And these are 10 of those exercises from there. So we're going to go over them right now. I got my iPad here so I could see my tabs and remember them. Some of the ones I haven't played in a little bit, which is kind of good because you don't want to practice the same finger exercises every single day. You kind of want to change it up a little bit so your fingers don't get comfortable with the previous exercises. One thing I will say too is I think it's important to have your guitar set to clean. So today, just a clean amp on the fractal, and it'll let you tell you if you can hear some of the problems. If you have any problems with your finger exercises, if you're muting strings inadvertently. We all know some of the most popular ones, the chromatic run. Just a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, no matter where you are on the neck. And the cool thing about a lot of these exercises are that they come from that, they stem from that, or they stem from exercises that I've seen other people do, like John Petrucci or Yngwie Malmsteen. Some of them are pretty basic, and some of them are meant to warm up the left hand, and some are meant to warm up the right hand. But really, you could do both. I mean, you're picking and fretting at the same time, obviously. So you can work on whatever type of picking you need to work on, dependent on the exercise. So don't want to talk anymore. Let's just get right into these 10. The first one is one called Neighbors, and the reason it is because it's similar to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we're starting on the 5th fret, and we're gonna go 5, 6, and then 8, 7. So the neighboring note of each one. So 5, 6, 8, 7, all the way up the neck, and alternate picked. And then back, you could even do the reverse of that, like 8, 7, 5, 6. And different combinations. Obviously, I just wanted to change up the traditional. So I did a 5, 6, 8, 7. And then on the way back, I did a 8, 7, 5, 6. So that's the first one. I think you want to practice these a little higher up on the neck before you start going, before you get going onto some of the harder ones, because you want to work your fingers out, but you don't want to hurt yourself either. So it's kind of good to practice these up the neck, not all the way down at the 1st fret, where the gap between frets is a little wider. The next one, to actually get a little blood going through the fingers, is called the pinky shredder. So when you're playing something with the pinky, usually you have some other fingers backing it up. So your 1st, 2nd, or 3rd finger might be backing it up. Even here, I'm anchoring off my 1st finger. But this one doesn't allow that. So it's really, you're just using your 3rd finger and your 4th finger to do the 3rd and 4th frets on the E string and the A string. And then moving up on the D string and the G, and then on the B and the E. So 3 and 4. Only using your 3rd and 4th finger, and you're not using the index or the middle finger. And then backwards. So I'm only using my 3rd and 4th finger there. Again, if you want to start a little higher up on 5 and 6. Plus it kind of sounds a little evil. That's pretty cool to build some strength up in the ring finger or pinky finger. If you feel like you don't have a lot of strength there, that might be a good exercise to start with, the pinky shredder. The next one is called hammer pentatonics. This is super simple if you know the pentatonic box. The pentatonic box over here at A is just 5/8, then 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, and then 5/8, 5/8. And what we're going to do is we're just going to hammer on each time. So we're only going to do one pick stroke per string. So every time I did that, I only hit the string once, and then I hammered on the next note. So 5 to 8, 5 to 7. You could do pull-offs backwards. You might think this is simple, and it is, but it does give good strength between whatever finger that you're trying to build up. Again, another one, if with the pinky, if you're trying to build up your pinky strength, just go back and forth between the 5th fret and the 8th fret. Not picking at all. And eventually, you know, your hand's going to cramp up. So you can only do that for so long, but if you incorporate that into your practice, you know, you're really going to build strength in your hand. Same thing goes for the 1st and 3rd finger. And it's cool because I just did a cover on Instagram of Stevie Wonder's "Isn't She Lovely," and there's the riff is before. So if you want to practice that, actually, a bonus exercise is you could start on the 7th fret and do another. It's another pentatonic box: 7 9 7 9. I'm sorry, yeah, 7 9 7 9. Then 6 9 6 9. All hammer on though. So that's that exercise. That's 2 pentatonic boxes. The next one is called the skipper, and it's not really so much a left hand practice as it is a right hand practice for skipping strings. We're going to start again on 5th fret, and we're going to go 5 7 on the E string, and then 5 7 on the D. So we're skipping the A string. And then we're going to go from the D up to the B string. 5 7 5 7. Each time we're just doing 5 7. We're just working on an easy exercise to skip strings. And you could do this with any string set. If we're up here on the high E, you could do 5 7 and then 5 7 on the G. Switch up to the B string and then to the D. Just want to work on skipping strings, and you can do the cool thing about most of these exercises, all of the exercises really, is they might not always sound great where they are, but they are all movable. So here I'm up at 7 and 9. Just different string skips. All right, so now we're going to move to another one called the descending 3-1-4-2. I didn't have a cool name for this. It's simply, we're starting at the 3rd fret here, and we're going to go 3-1-4-2. So again, another take on the easy, 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1 riff, but we're going to do 3-1-4-2, and we're going to do it all the way down with alternate picking. And then back up. So that's 3-1-4-2. Again, you could do that anywhere. Here is 7-5-8-6. I think the cool thing is you could throw on a metronome with this and practice along with the metronome, and it might be cool because you could see, where you're starting. One thing that I found is, say you're starting this at 85 beats per minute, and you want to get to 95, I would just try to work a little bit, even if it is a little messy at 90, then go back down to 85 for a little bit, and then try to go back up to 95, and normally you're able to actually hit that, so it's pretty cool. The next one we're going to do, it kind of focuses on a technique. It's all about all slides. So that same Stevie Wonder pattern, we're going to do that same pattern, but we're going to do all slides. Today, I guess we're going to do with the middle finger and the index finger. And we're going to start on the 7th fret and go 7 9 7 9. And then on the middle set of strings, we're going to go with our index finger, 6, 9, 6, 9. And then finally, we're going to wrap it up with the ring. We'll do it with the ring finger on the top strings just to change it up. We're going to go 7, 9, 7, 9 again. I'll show you. So we're starting with the second finger. Again, I'm only hitting the string once and I'm sliding up to the next note. So 7, 9, 7, 9 with my second finger. Then I'm going to take my first finger and do 1 to 6 to 9. And then finally 7, 9, 7, 9 on the B string and the E string. Then to get it a little smoother, we'll try it a little faster. And you could even, again, if you want to work out your pinky, you could even try it with the pinky. So take any pentatonic box, any major scale box, and just try to incorporate a little bit of sliding to get that mechanism going, because it's kind of cool. It could lead to some cool legato runs. And you know, once you start working on it, it's going to be very, very cool for your playing. Number 15 out of 50 is pull-offs, 1 pick stroke per bar. So this is another one that I think will help work out your hand, especially before a show. Super simple. We're again at the 5th fret, high E string. And then we're taking our second finger and just going back and forth, 6, 5, 6, 5, only 1 pick per bar. So all 4 notes there. The only one I hit was on the 6th fret. Then we're going to go 7, 5, 7, 5, and 8, 5, 8, 5. Only 3 picks of the string so far. So 6, 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. Each time it's a new note, like 6, 7, or 8, we'll do 1 pick stroke. You could do the descending version of that. And then again, you just want to work it up to speed as quickly as you can, depending on if you want to get fast with it. So that is just for, again, finger strength between your second and first finger, which is normally pretty good, and then finger strength between the third and first finger and the fourth and first finger. So and then if you wanted to incorporate all pick strokes, just 5, 6, 5, 6, you could do alternate picking each one. Picking every note there instead of doing a hammer on and pull off. So some of these might drive you crazy, might sound crazy, might drive your parents crazy, but they are improving your playing over time and your dexterity over time. And speaking of dexterity, number 23 on my list is one called Stretch City. Again, this is not one you want to do right away. This is one that you want to wait to get to. We'll start on the 3rd fret, and we're just basically going 3, 5, and 7 all the way up the neck. So we're skipping a fret each time. Most difficult down here at 1, 3, and 5, at least for me. And we're doing down, up, down, down, up, down the whole way through. And then backwards, 7, 5, 3, down the whole neck. So another thing that you might want to practice to do some economy picking is down, up, down, down. So the 3rd fret on the neck string is also a down, because when you play down, up, down, as Troy Grady would say, you're kind of locked in between the E and the A string there. So the next logical thing to do, rather than try to do down, and upstroke on that A, would be a downstroke. So go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. So that time you're making it a little bit easier for yourself, and you're able to get to the next string a lot easier. So again, a little bit harder on the 3rd and 1st frets to start because the frets are wider. So even if you wanted to start up here at 7, 9, and 11, might be a little bit easier on your hand before you're ready to go. Then move further down the neck when you think your hand is ready for that. The next one is again another riff from a pentatonic box, the 5/8, 5/7, 5/7, 5/7, 5/8, 5/8 box. Again, the most common box, and it's called pentatonic back and forth because we're starting on the note and then we're going to the next note, but each time we go up, we go back a note. So in this case, we're going. And then backwards, we're going. And again, you want to build that up to where you can be going a little bit faster, and it could actually create some cool riffs. So that's pentatonic back and forth. We're doing 5/8, 5/8, and then 5 on the next string. Each time we're going back a note where we came from to try to get a little bit more excitement into a boring pentatonic riff. And then the last one I'll go over today, because we're getting close to 20 minutes, I think we're getting around 17 minutes, is called Ascending and Back. This one is going to start on the A string, 5th fret, and we're going to do 5/4 on the A string, and then on the low E string, we're going to go 2/3. So we're going to go, and each time we're going to go up. So we're going to ascend, but kind of go backwards. So 5/4 on the A string, and then 2/3 on the low E. So 5/4 2/3. Then when we're done with the third, we're going to take our pinky. This is why it's good to practice some of those slides. And we're going to ascend one note. We're going to go 6/5 3/4. And then really what you want to be able to do is ascend each time you do the phrase. So that's ascending back and forth. And that's really it. Those are 10. If you can imagine that in about 18 minutes. If you want tab for all of these, I mean, it should be pretty easy to figure these out from this video. But if you want tab for all of these and you want 40 more, so over a month and a half's worth of exercises, I'll leave a link in the description below for the 50 amazing finger exercises for guitar, which give you these 10 and 40 more. Hope you enjoy that. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And if you're not subscribed to Chasing Sound already, feel free to do that too, so you're updated about when I release a new video. All right, thanks a lot, guys.